Welcome back to the My Pro Golfer channel. Jeremy Franks here, coming to you from the indoor studio at James River Country Club. We've got a great third lesson scheduled with Ethan Misha. For those of you that are following, this is our third lesson. We're going to work on impact today. We care about four things at the My Pro Golfer channel: setup, turn, impact, and finish. And with these lessons with the lefty, we're moving into impact now. I hadn't asked you this yet, but wanted to ask you what kind of sports do you have in your background? What are you used to? Patterns already?
I played basketball in high school, so I played high school varsity basketball for 4 years. Yes, sir.
Great. That's going to be a big help in our setup. One of the things I like to do is when we start taking lessons with students is ask them kind of what their background is, what their movement patterns already are, so we can kind of try to gauge some movement patterns that they've already done in their life. And so checking with Ethan on that will help him with the impact position. What we're going to talk about is when you were playing basketball, imagine you have that rack right there of balls, and you're going to grab a ball and get ready to shoot, okay? So on this one, I want you to imagine you're grabbing a ball and visualize yourself almost bounce passing right out in front of you. So impact for the golf swing, for those of you that are working on your golf swings, we're moving the body more on top. The chest, it's vital that the chest stays on top of the golf ball through impact. So often you'll see early extension and the body moving up and away. So we're going to try to work on Ethan today, making sure that he takes that image of bouncing the basketball in a bounce pass position so that he can get his body into the proper golf impact position. That's what we're going to do for you today. We do want to make sure that his setup is where we want it, and that his turn is where we left it last time before we get started, because everything we do at My Pro Golfer builds on itself. So we don't want to mess up and throw off. Setup is vital in your golf swing. If their setup isn't good, it's going to cause a lot of issues. So we got to make sure that we have that before we get going. So just go back and recap, Ethan. We're going to get you set in your setup position. We just want to take a quick look at it. Yeah, terrific. So knees are nice and soft again. Your back's much taller than it was when we first started, and you've got a good balance in your feet. You feel like it's pretty even there? Good, terrific. All right, let's just take your backswing and just take a quick peek at it. Okay, wow, much better. This whole left side is so much more strong, and you've got the club out in front of your chest. It looks terrific, and your hips not sliding out or bumping out anymore. You're really rotating within yourself. Good. So very similar. Like if you had your hands right here, you'd be grabbing a basketball, and then today I want you to just feel like I'm bounce passing. So the first movement of bounce pass goes where?
Down.
Yeah, good. So feel that. Yep. Awesome. So see how your hip naturally just moves out of the way, and for me it's to my left, and for you it's going to be to your right. When you have that bounce pass mentality, we've got to make sure that the club stays down the target line, where our focus is to have that club brushing the turf for at least 6 inches. The tour player, when he's going in to strike the ball, he rotates through, he or she. The club stays down the target line a long time, and then they finish. We'll get to lesson 4 with the finish soon enough. Ethan, go ahead and get yourself set back up. Get yourself comfortable with your setup. Good. I'm going to stand next to you, make sure that turn works. And then I want you to go ahead and hit the shot with that image of a bounce pass into target. Yeah, go ahead and hit if you're ready, or you can take your time, take a couple back swings where it makes you feel most comfortable. That was fantastic. Could you feel the compression there when they got into the ground?
And then just pushing it down like a bounce pass, just bouncing it.
Exactly.
Felt natural.
Look great. Good. Yeah, if you can kind of create something your body's already used to, you can use that image mentally, and you can make that shot happen that way. Helps out a ton. So go ahead and take your backswing again. Let's go ahead and just make a slow movement down to the ball, just so you can feel that bounce pass mentality. Okay, good. A little off with that shoulder. Let's just get that set up and turn a little bit deeper. There you go. Perfect.
Deeper.
Yep. And then come from that inside path, feel like you're bounce passing the ball. Good. And so your tendencies we were talking about before was to try to lift that ball in the air, and now you're really changed and gotten that hip out of the way, let the chest make it. What does that feel like to you?
So instead of, like you were saying in the last lesson, where I'm torquing back on my backswing, bringing it forward allows me, because when I'm torqued back,
Okay.
I have to pull up
Correct.
to get
Good.
arc. But when my chest gets over the ball, I'm able to get down on it and push it through.
Okay.
It feels a lot more natural. I can get a lot more power.
Nice. Does that image of having a rack of balls here
Yeah.
help you?
Yeah. And pushing, naturally going downward in my swing instead of pulling up.
Great. You want to try another one?
Yeah.
That looked great. Even just those little tiny repetition movements that you just did are huge to get your mind ready to hit the golf shot. So keep that mindset when you're thinking golf. Great. Awesome. Good. I'll take that. Wow. Gain some distance. Did you feel how the ball kind of compresses against the face a little bit better?
Yep.
So gang, our goal here is to feel like the club, I'm gonna borrow your club face real quick. As the club comes into impact, we're gonna try to feel like we're squeezing the ball off the face of the club. We don't wanna try to lift it or slap at it. We wanna kind of compress that golf ball. That's why that bounce pass idea may work for you as well as it worked for Ethan. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those at the bottom. We want to get to as many as we can. We want you to kind of say, hey, this is some sports I've played in my lifetime, and I'll be able to comment on how to help that process along with you and kind of get your mind into movements that you've already done that will help you get going. Hopefully today was a great lesson for you. Lessons with the lefty. Ethan, thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
Really good. Amazing how
Thank you.
quick that transition happened. We're seeing a lot of great results with Ethan. Hopefully he'll be playing the best golf of his life here shortly when we finish the 4th lesson finish. So pay attention to next week. We're going to be coming out with another finish lesson with Ethan. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like it at the bottom. We'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. Just remember, we're going to have a new video out every week. We're trying to help you get on the golf course. And remember, keep golf simple. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Ethan, thanks again, buddy. Appreciate
absolutely.
it. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.